What's happening, guys? It's that time again.
It's the Barclays FA Women's Super League,
The warm-up. And trust me, this week you won't want to miss this.
I think everyone took it lighthearted except for Piers Morgan.
I know, I think that makes me old, doesn't it?
And he just answers going, "Hi, this is Phil Neville. I'd like to speak to you, please."
Obviously, I've been with Tooney from the start. I'm going to start crying in a minute.
This show, the guests just keep on coming and coming. Right, Rose, come on, stop messing about. Let's get to it. What a weekend it was last week. United remained top of the table. G and Beth racked up 100 appearances for their club. Sam Kerr got a hat-trick and Alex Morgan scored her first goal.
Yes, that all happened last weekend, but let's check out where you can watch this weekend's games.
Yes, what a game Man City versus Arsenal looks set to be.
Mate, this league is so tight and jam-packed with talent. Right, I'm going to toss a coin on who we start with, all right? Heads is Alex Morgan, tails is Beth Mead. Ready? Go on in.
Alex Morgan it is. Alex, welcome to the show. We finally managed to track you down.
Firstly, there was no question on who was taking that penalty then. Congratulations on your first goal for Spurs. Talk us through it.
Thank you. Well, Ria got us the penalty, and obviously it was an important time of the game just because we were up 2-1, and it was important for us to kind of seal that win, the first win of the season. So, stepped up and wanted to obviously get the redemption from the miss against Arsenal a few weeks ago.
Yeah. Didn't fancy taking a sip of tea after that one then, no?
No, I'll leave that for my teammates.
Okay, so listen, the fans are buzzing you're over here, but there was all that talk. When will she play? Then you came back. Then it was when will she score? There was a lot of build-up, right? Did you feel any pressure?
In normal times, I feel like I would have, but because I was coming back from pregnancy and with the pandemic, just like delayed me playing even longer after giving birth. So I tried as much as I could to just like not think about the outside pressure too much and like not put any additional expectations on myself.
Yeah, amazing. Okay, so how have you found England and Tottenham?
Yeah, I've loved it, honestly. Like I've really enjoyed my time here so far, and I feel like the girls have been amazing, just like already, joking with me and kind of just like, especially Lucy Quinn. I mean,
Oh, she's funny.
yeah, she's always someone to like have the last word, and I'm like, all right, I'll give you it just today. So we joke at training a lot, but yeah, the girls are great. So they've made the transition really smooth.
And just to be clear, are you giving Lucy Quinn the title of funniest, or what are we saying?
I mean, jokester. I wouldn't give her the title of funniest, but no, she is pretty funny.
Yeah, she's a good one.
I'm sure she'll take that anyway. Right, we've got to say, A, firstly, your daughter Charlie is so cute, proper melts our hearts every single time. And B, what an achievement and a story to come back so soon after having her. Did you have any doubts that you'd be able to return so soon?
I think like the doubts were before I got pregnant. I was like, am I going to be able to come back and play at this level? But I had seen so many players do it in the past, so it's not like I was the first one. But I feel like in general, it was just such a weird year. 2020 has been bizarre. So it was really nice actually just to be home and be able to be mom for a few months and not like think about, oh, I need to rush off to do this or that. And so that's why when like the opportunity presented to move to another country, a lot of people probably thought I was crazy for doing it, but I was like ready because I expected to be on the move like 6 weeks after having Charlie, but it was like a few months after.
Yeah, amazing. All right, well, listen, on a more light-hearted note then, you broke English hearts last summer. Cheers for that. Did you have any reservations about coming over?
No, I think everyone took it lighthearted except for Piers Morgan. I didn't share last name, so,
And how have you found the league so far? It's really competitive, isn't it?
Yeah, it's been really good, actually. I feel like, obviously, you have, like, your Man City, Chelsea, Arsenal, but I feel like next up you have us, you have Manchester United, you have, like, Everton, a lot of your teams that obviously are competing at the top, and there's been like a lot of really close matches. I will say that this league has a lot of fouling involved for sure. That's one thing I had to get used to.
Really? Is that actually what's different from here to the NWSL?
I would say like play is broken up like a lot more often.
So a little bit more naughty over here.
Yeah, we're a bit naughty. Sorry, Alex.
Really naughty, yeah.
Yeah, we don't mean to hurt you. All right. So talking about Spurs specifically then, it was an important and much needed win last weekend, wasn't it?
Absolutely. I mean, it's been a must win now for a month, but it actually was a must win last weekend. But, we don't think that we're bottom of the table team. We think that we're so much better than that. So we proved that this past weekend, and we'll continue to do that.
Perfect. Alex, thank you so much.
Okay, thanks, guys.
Thank you. Lovely to meet you.
What a legend she is, by the way. Great to have her in the league. Talking of the league, let's take a look at the table.
Yes, it's Manchester United that lead the way, but my word, it's tight. Chelsea are now unbeaten in a massive 28 games after the weekend. They've got a game in hand on the top two, and Manchester City's win saw them climb to fourth.
Shout out to Bristol City, who got a point last weekend. 2 consecutive draws for them as they look to turn the tide at the bottom. Alex Morgan's first goal helped Spurs to get their first win of the season and lifted them up to 9th. The closest of the chasing pack is Arsenal, and after her 100th appearance for the club, there's only one person to speak to next.
Into the cross, Arsenal leads, Mead the goal scorer.
Okay, Beth, thanks so much for joining us. Firstly, congratulations, 100 appearances for Arsenal. Huge milestone. Seems like you've been there forever.
I know, I think that makes me old, doesn't it? I mean, I've been here 3 years, but I played at Sunderland for 5 years and only got 75 appearances, and obviously Arsenal probably have been a lot more competitions which give me access to play more games, but for me I think it's gone quite quickly.
All right, we've read an interesting interview you gave last week saying you could have signed for Arsenal a season earlier than you did. What led you to make that decision, and was it difficult?
Yeah, it was a tough one. Like, obviously when a team like Arsenal come in for you, you don't really want to say no, but obviously I just got promoted with Sunderland, and maybe I wanted to stay a little bit loyal with them at the time, like not just ship off straight away, but I got my game time, I got some goals there, and it was probably the right time for me to move on after that.
Yeah, I feel like in them situations you've really got to just trust your gut, because I can imagine that a lot of people would have been saying to you, go.
Yeah, people are like, yeah, you're stupid, like why would you not go? Like, in hindsight now it's a good decision, but at the time it could have gone terribly wrong. Like, I could have had a poor season with Sunderland, and then I could have been never at Arsenal. You never know.
The risk paid off.
Yeah, look at you now. So what would you say has been your favourite memory over all of them appearances?
A standout one individually was probably the Brighton one, where I scored quite a nice goal and we won the league that day. Even though we probably last season, but this season didn't do well in the Champions League. I mean, that was a great experience to be able to play in the Champions League that I never thought I'd ever do. So probably Champions League and then winning the league with Arsenal.
Beth, what was it like having the fans back last weekend? Did it feel weird playing without them for so long?
Yeah, no, it was so weird. Like, obviously when we scored a goal, like, you've got people cheering, like, it's not just eerie and you're just celebrating by yourself. So even in the warm-up, we were laughing, we were taking shots, and they were like, oh, hey. It's little things, though, that you miss, that you forget about.
Now, of course, so obviously you've got Man City away next weekend. How do you feel ahead of those big games? Do you get nervous? Are you confident?
I feel like in the past, obviously, we have been, and it's probably been affecting us quite a lot. Like, we're overthinking the games or the outcome. I think we've just got to concentrate on ourselves, and just, if we turn up and play our football, we know we can win the game. And it's probably the same for Man City, so...
Right, so 3 seasons down for you, the 4th one in progress. What's next on your goals list for your time at Arsenal?
It's funny, I actually said I feel like I've still not reached my full potential here yet. I feel like I'm trying to concentrate on being probably a little bit more direct as a player at the moment, and yeah, hopefully I can start putting a few goals in the back of the net as well as Viv and Caitlin, who are doing it at the moment.
So no complacency from you then?
No, I need to catch up, I think. They're telling me I need to catch up anyway.
Oh,
you're too humble, Beth. You're too humble.
You've heard it here first. Beth, thank you.
You're welcome.
100 appearances, special player. And from attack to defence, we've got another worldie joining us now. It's Hampton from Birmingham City.
Very good save from Hampton.
All right, so putting last week's result aside now, Birmingham have made some really good progress this season, including a few good wins and clean sheets from you. How is the feeling in the group at the moment?
Everyone's loving life at Blues, to be honest. I think we're a really close-knit team, so either if we lose, we draw or we win. No one's getting on each other's backs, everyone's supporting each other, and it's nice to just go into club having that environment there.
What's it like playing under Carla Ward? It's great to have a young female coach in the league, isn't it? And she seems to be making great things happen there.
Yeah, Wardy's great. As soon as she came in, she told us what her ambitions were at the club, and I think she's got everyone gelling as a team, like we said at the beginning. It's not easy coming in probably a week before the season starts, and I think we had 8 players at the beginning of the season, so she's definitely had a massive turnaround, and it seems to be working very well. Everyone's enjoying it again.
Definitely. Look, let's talk about 2020. It's been a crazy year for you, but in some ways a special one, right? So your first call up for the Lionesses. How have you found that experience, and what did it feel like to get that opportunity?
Gosh, it was amazing. I think just going to camp, being and training with those players every day and being around them off pitch, you learn so much. It's a dream come true, isn't it? It's what every little girl dreams of.
Yeah, that's unreal. Where were you when you got your call up?
Packing to head up to Sunderland, because we had Sunderland in the cup the next day, so I was packing my bags, and then I just had a phone call. I didn't even know, I didn't have any number saved or anything, so I was like, I'll answer it, just, you never know what it is. And he just answers going, "Hi, this is Phil Neville. I'd like to speak to you, please." I was like, hi.
I bet you're thinking, thank God I answered that one.
I think I just aired him for a bit. I didn't really know how to respond.
Amazing. Well, when you come into the Lioness scene, it came out that you were initially a striker. What a transition to make, by the way. How did that even happen?
It's a bit of a weird one. So we was at Stoke and our keeper got injured in the warm-up. So I thought, you know what, I'll volunteer to go and goal. Not a biggie. And then at the end of the game, there was an England scout on the side, so I must have had a worldie, because he came over to me and my coach and was like, "We want you as our England goalkeeper."
Whoa.
No way. That's unbelievable.
The funny thing is, the week later, we played Man United and I was back outfield, and then it was a completely different scout, and he came at the end of the game and was like, "We want you to go to an England camp as like an outfielder."
Oh my gosh, you could do it all.
Oh wow. I don't think I could do outfield now. I've not got the fitness.
Imagine I'm just going to pop in goal, and then you get back in the car and you play for England.
It was a bit of a crazy day, that one.
All right, so let's get back up to speed now. You guys are up against Everton next. They've been struggling with injuries lately. Is it a good chance for you and another clean sheet?
I don't think any game's easy in this league, to be honest. I think coming up against world-class players like they've got, it's going to be a challenge no matter if they've got injuries or not. So I think we can't really take that lightly. We've just got to prepare the best we can, and hopefully we can get a result out of it, but it's going to be difficult, as we know.
All right, Han, thank you so much for your time, girl, and we'll see you soon, all right?
No worries.
From Birmingham to Manchester, we've got none other than Millie Turner joining us now.
On the header, loops in, so well taken. Millie Turner with that looping header.
Millie, thanks so much for speaking to us. We're happy to have you on the warm-up.
So, Millie, unbeaten in the league so far this season. That's unbelievable, by the way. What do you put the incredible start down to, and how have things changed?
To be honest, I don't think anything's really changed. I think it's a mentality that comes from above, so from Casey and from all the players. We just go out there and think that we can win every game. I think that's so important.
Definitely. And look, I think it's fair to say now that United have flown under the radar a little bit, but it's obvious that you are serious contenders. Do you think that being viewed as a little bit of an underdog has had its benefits?
I suppose that always has its benefits, but when you're playing for a club like Manchester United, are you really ever the underdog? Because everyone wants to beat you. So, I guess it does have its positives, but like I said before, we just go out and try and do our best every single weekend.
All right, so another game then. You've got Reading next weekend. They've managed to secure draws in their last 4 league matches against some big teams. What are you expecting from them?
Well, we know that they're a very, very, very tough team to play against. We have a lot of tough games against them, and I think they've got a lot of attacking threats, so we're just going to have to try and counteract that and see if we can get the points.
Another goal from you, I reckon.
Big header.
Big header. Love seeing that one live. Ledge.
Right, there's been a fiery celebration or two from Tobin. It seems like her intensity serves her really well on the pitch. What's she like off it?
I think she's exactly the same. She's got so much passion and it thrives. It's her personality, and I think it's so important to have that type of player in your team. You all want to win even more because she's so passionate, and I actually can't wait for the fans to be back so that she can bounce off them as well.
Give it some to the crowd. All right, listen, before we let you go, we've got to ask you about your bestie, Ella Toon. We had on a show a few weeks back. She was getting a bit emotional, wasn't she?
was.
Talking about your she was getting emotional about your special friendship. But we want to know, look, it must be lovely to have shared so many amazing moments with her.
Yeah, 100%. I think, obviously, I've been with Tooney from the start. I'm going to start crying in a minute. I've been with Tooney from the start, so to go through this journey with your best friend by your side is such a good experience, and I wouldn't want to be on the journey with anyone else.
But why do you absolutely terrorise her on Instagram then? What is that?
Because it's so easy to.
All right, wicked. Thank you so much for joining us, Mills.
No problem. Thanks for having me.
Great stuff. Now, before we go, it's just time to squeeze in our weekly quiz.
She's probably got a lot more, but I'll say Fran Kirby. She's probably got loads more.
I think I know this.
G.
Is it Millie Bright?
Oh
my God.
I'll go 32.
26.
27?
Oh!
I should know this, because Baggers is one of my best mates.
13.
15?
13. I actually knew. That's well hard.
200
Yeah.
and 96. Oh, you're joking.
293.
Unbelievable!
Arsenal's third. Who's Arsenal third? Kim Little.
Farrell Williams.
Kim Little.
And Katrin Berger. It's Grace or Courtney. I'll go Grace.
Anne Berger. Grace Maloney. Yeah! Come on!
Grace Maloney and Katrin Berger.
Oh, Rach Daly.
Rich Daly.
Rach Daly.
Well, the girls smashed that. How did you guys get on at home?
Well, we're out of time, unfortunately, but make sure you join us next time for another Barclays FA Women's Super League, the warm-up.